and a beautiful facility here. The Bermuda grass has died, but it's still, you can tell by the field, it looks like it's in great shape.
Looks like there's one little spot over here on this right end zone, about between the hash marks and the sideline, right about the 5-yard line. It looks a little warm, but other than that, this field looks like it's in immaculate condition.
And the Wildcats have come onto the field here, as Bradley has too. The Wildcats will be wearing their all Cardinal jerseys. They'll also be Cardinal pants, white jerseys, Cardinal numerals. Scott, are you going to stand the whole game?
You know, if I sit down, there's a big bar that goes right across my field of vision, so I think I might. It's also a little bit warmer.
Right, where the railing is, and when we're in the outside, there's a bar directly almost at eye level, even as short as I am. As the Wildcats prepare to kick off to the Bradley Central Bears, they'll be kicking from right to left here as the time is ticked down. And, of course, the winner moves on to the final 8 in the state and take on the winner of tonight's Soddy Daisy Riverdale ball game that is going on in Middle Tennessee. So we won't know a score of that probably till later, as the person back to receive the kick is number 6 for them. That is James Stovall. Actually, number 5, Justin Houston. And he's standing back at around the 8-yard line. Brett Beeler has the ball down on the tee, and here is the start of the ball game. Brett Beeler hits it well, deep, all the way to the end zone, a little bit to the 5. Trying to get outside, no place to go. Blasted inside the 10-yard line by a host of Wildcats. Chris Golston, along with, looks like Ethan Grumsky and a couple other Wildcats quickly down the field. Good coverage on a high kick, and it'll be Oak Ridge's defense coming onto the field for the first time tonight.
Great coverage that time. A great, nice kick by Brett Beeler. Goes down to about the half-yard line, so they decided to run it out. Chris Golston did a great job. The return guy tried to get outside. He had great containment, and it looks like they're going to spot the ball about the 9-yard line.
Up to the line they'll come. The quarterback is a sophomore. He is number 10. That is Bryce Copeland, 5'11", 160-pounder. One lone running back, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Handoff goes to the tailback, and he moves the ball for great yardage. Right up the middle, across the 20, up to the 24-yard line. Just an enormous hole opened up by their offensive line. The defensive line for the Wildcats. In the middle, we've got Tyler Jarnigan along with Jared O'Farrell. The ends are Zach Hughes and Jeff Mason. The linebackers tonight, Alex Ingham, along with Elliot Norman and Jeff Carr. The secondary, Tyrus Henderson, Chris Golston, Cam Gregg, and Rian Hall. Once again, it's a first down run up to around the 23-yard line, 1st and 10. Bradley once again hands it off to the back, and this time he scores forward for not nearly as much yardage, but he did get a nice push. As I look at their offensive line, they've got one really big guy, number 75. Let's see, that is Ramon Gonzalez. They list him as 6'2", 285-pound senior.
That 52 is a big old boy too, David. He's what's he listed?
6'3", 280.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
That was a gain of about 5 on the play, bringing up 5 yards to go. Bradley moving left to right, just underway. First quarter action here from Bradley Central High School. Shotgun formation once again for Copeland. Rolls, wants to pass, a screen pass is going to be complete. 1st and 10, Bradley.
Yeah, and also picked up a couple good blocks from his receiver out there. Big, tall, I think it was number 15 over there, David. I think he's the guy that's like 6'4". He had a great block over there on Rian Hall to spring the receiver for another first down.
The ball is at the Bradley 40-yard line. They're moving left to right here. 1st and 10. They've rolled off 2 first downs quickly. They've come from the shotgun once again. Copeland, lone running back, and he's going to run the ball himself, try to get up the field, and breaks a couple tackles and moves the ball. Then a flag comes flying in back at the 40-yard line. We'll have to check it. Copeland got the ball to around the 45-yard line as Deron Williams coming in the ball game. Cam Gregg on the stop for the Wildcats. The Wildcats get Jared O'Farrell out of the contest, and he immediately comes over to talk with the defensive line coach, Phil Thompson, and along with Jeff Miner, who's also one of the defensive coaches for the Wildcats. Scott Blade is the head coach of the Wildcats in his 2nd year, trying to get the Wildcats to the final 8 in the state. They'll have to go through a good Bradley team tonight. They've split off 2 receivers to the right, number 6, James Stovall, as they also split out number 80 for them, and that is Caleb Kane. It's a penalty against them. It's about 10 yards. It'll bring up first down and about 20 yards to go as they walk the ball back to around the 28-yard line of the Bradley Bears. Shotgun once again for Copeland. One receiver to the left. Here comes the little screen pass. It's going to be caught. Pretty good coverage by the Wildcats, and they make the stop at around the 31-yard line. Nothing fancy. The little screen, and they gain about maybe 3.
Yeah, they did. Actually, it's the same play they ran earlier where they had a nice gain. And that time, Rian Hall did a great job of anticipating where the ball was going to go to and got there before the other receiver was able to block him.
Appreciate you listening to our broadcast. This is the opening quarter, the opening drive of the ball game. Oak Ridge and Bradley Central 0-0 the score. The Wildcats have beaten 18 consecutive times, but this is not your typical Bradley team. They'll come from the shotgun once again. Second down and about 19 to go. Quarterback back to pass, feeling pressure, floats it deep down the field, overthrown, incomplete. But I tell you, one of the Wildcats gave up on it, and I think he figured the ball was going to be well overthrown. But did you see how fast that big, tall, lanky receiver almost got under it and caught it?
Yeah, he did. And when the quarterback first threw the ball, I said there's no way in the world that guy's even going to get close to it. And they ended up overthrowing it by maybe just a couple of yards. And guys got a pretty good arm, left-handed quarterback. And obviously that really showed their speed right there as that guy just ran down that ball.
Big third down play facing the Wildcats. Third down 19, the Wildcat defense that is. Bradley splits out. Big, tall receivers here to the right side, much taller than our defensive backs. They'll come from the shotgun. They need to get to the 50-yard line for a first. Quarterback back to pass, lots of pressure, fires it out here. Pass is going to be caught, and then a nice tackle. Nice tackle by Tyrus Henderson. Gain of only about 5, and the Bradley Bears will be forced to punt.
Yeah, it's kind of surprising on that, David. You know, they've got to get, they were third and maybe 22 or so, and they throw the ball underneath to the sideline. You know, I can see you doing that in the open field, maybe trying to get these receivers to make a play, but you can't do that to the sideline, expect a big play.
Brady Hull standing back at the 20-yard line. They've got an outstanding punter. Remember, for years they had no kicker. This guy is outstanding. His statistics, he can boom it. We'll see what he does this time. Wildcats have had some success blocking kicks this year. He's going to get it off. It's a low line drive, not a high kick. It's going to be fielded by Brady at the 20 to the 25-yard line, and he's tackled at the 30. At first, I didn't know if he was going to return it. Then he saw a nice, convenient hop right to him, and the Wildcats have pretty good field position starting their first drive of the game, 1st and 10 at the 30.
Yeah, it was a low spiral punt, and it just takes one bounce and gets right up into Brady's arms. And Brady returns the ball for 7 or 8 yards, and now Oak Ridge has got field position, looks like just inside the 31-yard line.
The Wildcats come onto the field. Aaron Flowers will be playing tackle tonight. And tonight, Jose Valadon has moved to tackle. Kevin Crane's going to be the center. Chris Ramsey and Bryce Wesh are the guards. Oak Ridge quarterback facing a 3-man front is Bradley Zulliger. He's going to run the ball himself. He's at the 30, and Bradley moves the ball to around the 34-yard line before he is stopped by the Bears. It's going to be Caleb Jones who makes the stop. Caleb is a 6', 250-pound sophomore. They have got some heavy beef on both sides of the ball.
They're big, and I mean they look really big, and you know their defense doesn't look as athletic as their offense does, but they've got some big boys.
Ball's at the 34-yard line, gain of 5, second down, 5 yards to go for the Wildcats. I formation, handoff Elliott Norman. Elliott moves the ball forward to around the 36. It'll be third down and about 3, and Coach Blade told me that Elliott's going to get several opportunities tonight in the ball game. The Wildcats' game plan is to make it a short ball game, keep the ball on the ground if they can. He said, typically, he would like it to be a 70-30 kind of deal, which is a little bit unusual for the spread, but that's what he wants tonight. As the Wildcats come up, 2 receivers, Vez Smith, Brady Hill to the right, Ethan Wheeler to the left, I formation once again. Bradley Zulliger to pass, dumps it pass, incomplete. Man, I tell you, he had Rocky Flood in the flat. The pass was a little high. Should have been caught, though, by Rocky, and the Wildcats will be forced to punt. Not a whole lot of pressure put on Bradley that time. One guy came in, but he had some time as he rolled to his right.
Well, they had a really nice fake. It kind of froze the linebackers, and as Bradley rolls out, they just snuck Rocky out in the flats, and they just tried to dump that pass off. It was just a little high. I think Rocky could tell you he should have had that ball.
Drew Stokes to punt the ball away for the Wildcats. 4th down and 3. Good snap, plenty of time. High, long, driving, spiraling kick, and he's all the way back to the 20-yard line. Trying to give ground. Nice block out there. Chris Golster, there's a block in the back. Up the field, they push him out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. I'll tell you, they had some nice blocks as the Wildcat sophomore kicker just boomed one down the field.
It's obviously his best kick of the year, David. He got rid of it really quick as well, and had a nice punt, probably right at 50 yards. A decent return. And again, as the return man is going into his left toward the Bradley sideline, got some big blocks. I know Alex Ingham got leveled by that big, tall number 15 over there.
0-0 the score, 8:43 to play first quarter. Bradley's second drive of the night. They'll come up, single running back. The quarterback is Copeland. They've got 2 receivers split to the right. Line of scrimmage is the Bradley Central 30-yard line, maybe closer to the 31. Fans still filing in. I don't know if they knew it was just a 7 o'clock ball game, but there's fans just filing in. Quarterback will run it, trying to get to the outside, and belted by Elliott Norman and one other at around the 36-yard line. That is Copeland running again. He is the quarterback. He is, I mentioned his size. He's 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. It's a gain on the play of 5. Second down and a long 4 to go for a first down as the Wildcats and Bears play for the 27th time in school history. Oak Ridge leads the all-time series 23-3. Oak Ridge has won the last 18 meetings. They split out a big, tall receiver to the right, James Stovall, 6'3", 185-pound junior, covered out there by Tyrus Henderson. Hand off to the running back, and he moves the ball forward to close to first down yardage, but I think he'll be shy by about a yard or so to bring up third down and about a yard. The Wildcats' Tyler Jarnigan makes the stop. It's third down and a yard to go. We're down to 8:18 to play in the first quarter, and neither team has been able to score. The Bears picked up a couple first downs on their opening drive. The Wildcats were 3 and out. And let's see, they'll come with a full house backfield with a 1 receiver split to the right, actually 2 to the left side, 1 to the right. Now man comes in motion. That is number 6 once again, Stovall. They need about a yard, and if timeout is asked for or play is halted, the Bears will call a timeout. It'll bring up third down and about a yard to go. The ball's at the Bradley 40-yard line, and the Bradley Bears come up with a straight I formation. Wildcats stack 4 on the front, handoff tailback, trying to get the first down. Sutter steps forward to around the 42-yard line, looking for some place to go and finding a little bit of a gap, and it'll be 1st and 10 for Bradley. The Wildcats and Bears here, and the winner will play next week at the winner of the Riverdale Soddy Daisy ball game next week as the Bears pick up their 3rd first down of the ball game. Ball's at the 43-yard line.
What seed is Soddy Daisy?
Soddy Daisy is above us. I think
okay.
they're above us.
Okay, so no matter what, it's going to be on the road.
Right. As the Bears will pitch it to the tailback, trying to get wide. Got a nice block. Nice move, trying to get outside, continuing to move, and Chris Gilston tries to push him out of bounds and does up the field, but not before he gets into Bear territory at around the 45-yard line. They officially push him out at the 44. He's got some speed and got to the outside, and Alex Ingham pushed him out.
He's got a lot of speed, and that time they just ran the sweep to the right, and they pitched it back really deep and gave him a lot of vision so he could kind of go wherever he wanted to. Started up the field about the hash mark and then bolted out of bounds, picked up the first down.
Ball's at the 44-yard line of the Wildcats. Scoreless game, 7:20 to play first quarter. Quarterback's going to pass. Screen pass is going to be caught out here. And he moves the ball up the field and moves the ball for about 5 up to the 38-yard line, playing a little soft on them out there once again. The Wildcats' Cameron Gregg makes a stop along with Elliott Normand. The tackle is made at the 38-yard line to gain of 5. Fast-moving first quarter, 6:58 and counting. We appreciate you listening to our broadcast as the Bears come up once again, splitting out a receiver to the right. Once again, they're inside Oak Ridge territory at the 38. Quarterback is a sophomore. The Wildcats showing blitz here. They back off just a bit, and they switch out of their play. The snap back to the quarterback. Lots of pressure. He's blasted. Pass is incomplete. Flags are down. I think we're going to have a pass interference. I'm not exactly sure. I think Chris Golston, I hate to single out anybody, I think he might have hit the intended receiver. We'll have to see what the official says. Talking about it, the Wildcats came in with strong pressure as the official comes over and says it is going to be holding against the Wildcats.
Yeah, I think that's the right call because the hold took place way before the ball was actually thrown. They just tried to get a receiver right in the middle of the field, and Chris saw it and maybe thought he was out of position and grabbed him a little bit. And good call. Obvious hold from where we're sitting.
Wildcats got a lot of pressure on the quarterback. It's 1st and 10 for the Bears. The ball is at the 28-yard line. Impressive offense so far. They've moved the ball crisply down the field here. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line. High snap. Here's another screen pass. Is going to be dropped. A little low pass that time. The Wildcats just a moment ago got a lot of pressure in on him and almost got to him. We actually hit him pretty good.
Well, they did. And they blitzed him, and right now you win a football game, you got to get some pressure up from your up front guys, and they came with the blitz and got some pressure and just couldn't get there just quite quick enough as the quarterback was able to get the pass off.
Second down, 10 yards to go, 6:32 to play first quarter. Scoreless ball game here at Bradley Central High School. Wildcats showing blitz again. Handoff goes to the back, and he's tripped up right at the line of scrimmage. Third down, 10 yards to go. Wildcats just stuffed it right in the middle there. And a holes to Wildcats along with Zach Hughes, Alex Ingham once again. I think Jeff Card was around the play. It'll bring up third down, 10 yards to go. They've got a good kicker, as we've said, and I'm sure this high-powered Bradley offense is thinking 6 right now. They need to get to around the 17-yard line of the Wildcats for a first. Up to the line they'll come. 2 receivers split to the left. They've got 2 to the right once again. It's under 6 minutes to play first quarter in a scoreless ball game. Shotgun once again for Bryce Copeland, their quarterback. 4-man front Oak Ridge. The Wildcats creeping it up just a bit. Here comes pressure. Lots of pressure. There's a pass in the end zone. Incomplete. Not exactly what happened there, but once again Copeland got blasted. He's eaten a little turf on a couple of occasions. It's 4th down and 10.
It looks like the receiver lost the ball. I mean, it was a nicely thrown ball. It was just over his outstretched left hand, and the receiver, that big number 15, big old tall kid, gets behind the Oak Ridge secondary, and as he looked back, kind of looked like he didn't know where the ball was.
It is 4-down territory, obviously, for the Bears. They're going to go for it here. 4th down and 10 yards to go. 5:45 to play. 2 receivers split to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun once again for Copeland. And he looks over to his sideline, has the play. Wildcats back up just a bit. Here comes some pressure, though. Copeland's pass is going to be caught. And the stop is made at the 15-yard line, right in the middle of coverage. There were a lot of white shirts there, and it's going to be a Bradley first down. The Wildcats are getting some pressure on the quarterback, but he delivers a nice pass, and it's 1st and 10.
Well, you look down and you had mentioned it a lot right in front of a lot of Oak Ridge Wildcats. I counted 5 right there. They all got behind, and as the ball was in the air, the receiver made an adjustment and came back to the ball and just made a nice play. I mean, that's what these guys do, and that's what he did, and a big first down in this ball game.
Ball is at the 14-yard line of Oak Ridge. 5:22 to play. Bradley up to the line quickly. Single man to the right, a single man to the left. Offset eye. Left, quarterback, Copeland, hands it tailback, hit at the line of scrimmage, moves the ball forward for a gain of 1, maybe 2. It'll bring up second down and about 8 yards to go. As we're at Bradley Central High School, we appreciate you listening to our broadcast here. Fans are from Oak Ridge are filing in late. I mean, they just continue to file in. They're going to say a gain of a yard on the previous play. Kind of a slow to arrive Oak Ridge crowd. It's not a super crowd, but not bad.
David, there was a fire. I don't know. You probably got here early enough. There's a fire to the south of us, and traffic is backed up a long way. So I'm sure that a lot of these people are getting caught in traffic.
Second down, 9 yards to go. The ball's at the Oak Ridge 14-yard line. Scoreless game, 4:36 to play first quarter. Copeland wants to pass, rolls, running, all alone in the secondary. Moves the ball to close to the 5-yard line. That time he just saw nobody open, came to the line and ran it. It's going to be short of a first down by about 2. It'll bring up third down and 2 yards to go. Right up the gut. The quarterback just kind of weaved his way. He's elusive. He doesn't look like he would be, but he is.
Yeah, he's not the speedster like some of these other skill positions. He went back like it was just a quarterback draw and did a good job of picking up about 6 on the play.
Third down and officially about 3 is the handoff tailback. Boom! Big stick. He's blasted behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 10-yard line, either by Elliott or Ingham. It'll be a loss on the play back to the 9-yard line, bringing up 4th down at about 6.
And it looks like they're going to bring the field goal unit on, David. Big play right there. Alex Ingham coming in on the stunt from the outside, and as they come to try to go off tackle, nobody blocked them and makes a big play as the field goal unit for the Bradley County Bears will come onto the field.
Maryville on top of Farragut early, 7-0 in their ball game. They'll put the block down at the, looks like the 16-yard line, where it'll be a 26-yard field goal for the Bradley Central Bears. 3:18 to play. First quarter. The kick is up, and it's partially rejected by Cam Gregg. The kick is good, though, and it's 3-0. The Bradley Central Bears on top of the Oak Ridge Wildcats. Let's send it back to the station. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Bradley Central High School. That timeout was presented by .com. Appreciate them sponsoring. Here's the kick by Bradley. Going to be fielded by the Wildcats at the 20. I think that's Rocky Flood at the 25. Rocky Flood falls down at the 28-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over. First down, 10 yards to go. I think considering how well Bradley was able to move the ball, it was a moral victory to hold them just to 3.
I think so too. They got help, a little bit of help. I know they had the big penalty. I know that was the first drive, but then this time they just marched the ball straight down the field, but then got inside the 20 and kind of stalled. So I agree. I think that's a little bit of a moral victory for this Wildcat defense.
Anderson County has taken a 7-0 lead over Powell. Farragut has just scored a field goal. It's now 7-3 Maryville. I formation, actually single running back, and that's Rocky. Moving the ball to the 30-yard line. It's a gain of about 2. The Wildcats trailing 3-0, 2:55 to play. Elimination ball game here at Bradley Central High School. The winner to play the winner of the Riverdale Soddy Daisy ball game. That game is taking place tonight at Riverdale High School, so we probably won't know by the time we get off who will win that game, although I can kind of guess who I think might win.
I think everybody can.
Second down and 8 yards to go. Bradley will pass. It's caught by Ethan Wheeler at the 30 to the 35 and out of bounds. Just shy of a first down by about a half a yard, maybe 2 where they put him out. He got a pretty good spot. These officials are from Kingsport tonight, and it'll be third down and about a yard and a half to go.
Nice little play, just a little bubble screen, and nice to see Ethan Wheeler getting back in the flow of things early. No, it's not his fault, but he's if you don't throw the ball to him, what do you do? But I know one game he catches 8-9 balls, and then the next time he come out, is barely even in the offense.
Everybody's in the box. Bradley's going to hand it off to Rocky Flood. Rocky's got a first down across the 40-yard line up to the 41. The Oak Ridge crowd appreciates Rocky's effort. Just a hard run around the right side. Bryce Wesh, a nice block over there. It'll be 1st and 10 Oak Ridge. We're down to 2:19 to play in the first quarter. Bradley Central on top of Oak Ridge, 3-0. Clock is wound. The ball's at the Wildcat 41. Oak Ridge moving right to left here as we broadcast here from the concession stand at Bradley Central. Shotgun for Bradley Zulliger. And Bradley's going to pass again. Ethan Wheeler again. Got a block outside from Rashad Gray. Moves the ball to around the 45-yard line. Officially out at the 46. So Ethan Wheeler already 2 receptions here on this drive, and it's a gain of 5.
Nice play, same play they just ran a minute ago, and Rashad Gray did a nice job of blocking his corner so that he couldn't come up, and as soon as the ball was thrown, the corner over here was going toward the ball, and Rashad kept him from getting to the receiver.
3-0 Bradley Central, 1:38 to play first quarter. Oak Ridge shotgun, Zulliger, handoff, Elliott. Normand, flags are down, got to probably have a hold. Elliott moves the ball for a gain of about 2. Last week we had hardly anything thrown at all, hardly any penalties, nothing really. We've already seen several. It's going to illegal block below the waist against the Wildcats, and that's going to hurt Oak Ridge, obviously. And it was a gain of about 2. It would be third down and about 3, but I'm sure the Bears will take the penalty, and they're stepping it off against the Wildcats. It'll go all the way to around the 33-yard line where it'll be for Oak Ridge. Second down and about 15 yards to go, all the way back to the 30. It's longer than that. It's second down and 20 yards to go.
Wow.
That's a really
big penalty.
And the Wildcats, with 1:27 to play, have it 2nd and 20. Shotgun once again for Zulliger. Quarterback of the Wildcats wants to pass. Pass is caught. That's incomplete. That time Ethan Wheeler couldn't hold on to it. I guess that's the way it's going to be. That time there was a man right up in his face, and it's incomplete. Third down and 20 yards to go. The Wildcats have yet to try anything deep, just kind of dinking them along, short stuff, and now the Wildcats find themselves after that penalty, 3rd and 20. Don't want to give Bradley good field position. That's exactly what they'll have if the Wildcats can't pick up a first down, and to do so, they're going to have to get across midfield to the 48-yard line. Here come the Wildcats to the line. Cameron Gregg split out to the far right, 2 receivers to the left. Shotgun once again, 3 receivers. And here's Bradley to pass. Looks, fires, pass. Brady Hall, he's down the field to the 50, to the 45, to the 40, to the 35, to the 30. Pushed out of bounds at the Bradley Central 25-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. I think Bradley concentrated on Cameron Gregg, leaving Brady Hull wide open, 1st and 10 Oak Ridge.
Boy, what a nice play that was. And, it's kind of a new wrinkle, but we've seen the Oak Ridge run that rollout where you fake it one way and just a little bootleg to the right. Generally, they either throw it to the guy running out or the guy in the flat. Well, Brady Hull comes across I don't know where he came from, comes right through the middle of the field and is wide open, gets behind the secondary, and a huge play for the Wildcats.
1st and 10 at the Bradley Central 25-yard line. Shotgun once again. Wildcats Cam Gregg split out to the far left. Single coverage on him on a very short defensive back. But here's Rocky busting it into the end zone, possibly. No, he's blasted at the 10. 15-yard gain right up the gut behind his center, Kevin Crane. 1st and 10 Oak Ridge at the Bradley Central 10.
Yeah, again, nice play, and a huge hole opens up in the front of the line right in the middle of the field, and Rocky kind of gets a break, and he's got the free safety to beat. And the free safety for Bradley made a really nice open field tackle, or Rocky would have been into the end zone.
Ball's officially at the 11-yard line. 1st down, 10 yards to go. The Wildcats could pick up a 1st down without scoring. Oak Ridge trails 3-0. 38 seconds to play. Zulliger, shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Handoff, Elliott Norman. Elliott Norman moves the ball inside the 10-yard line down to the 7, and that was perhaps the final play of the first quarter. There's still about 23 seconds ticking down the clock here. They just spot the ball now at 19 seconds. Let's see if Coach Blade elects to do it in the other quarter, and he will. Let's take a break. And once again, this 60-second timeout is brought to you by thetargettrader.com. We'll be back. 3-0 Bradley. We'll be back with the second quarter in 60 seconds. Welcome back to Bradley Central High School. David Clary, Scott Munger, Ben Gavin. The Wildcats trailing 3-0. Second quarter about set. The Wildcats have the ball inside the Bradley 10. Ball is at the 7-yard line. 2nd down and about 6 yards to go. The ball is at the 7, as I mentioned. Opening play of the second quarter. The Wildcats down 3-0. They split out 2 receivers to the right. Vez Smith is one of them. The Wildcats have Elliott Normand and Rocky Flood in the backfield. Cameron Gregg is split to the left as a receiver. Up to the line, Oak Ridge. Shotgun once again for Zulliger. Center is Kevin Crane. Low snap. Bradley's going to run the ball himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Scores! And the Wildcats have the lead, 6-3 with 11:55 to play, right behind the left side of his line, and the Wildcats have the lead.
Boy, what a nice job, what a nice play, what a great drive, especially answering the score that Bradley put up on the field goal, aided by the big play from Bradley Zulliger to Brady Hull, and that time Bradley takes it in, and we have a ball game, David, at 6-3 with the extra point up, and it is right through the middle. Oak Ridge 7, and Bradley.
Touchdown was another thetargettrader.com touchdown. We'll send it back to the station. 7-3 Oak Ridge, 11:55 to play second quarter. We'll be back to Bradley Central High School in 60 seconds. Back here at Bradley Central High School, Brett Beeler kicks off, and it's returned to around the 14-yard line. Great coverage, a very high kick by Brett. Good coverage by Oak Ridge.
I agree. A very, very nice kick. A ball, again, goes down to about the half-yard line, and it was extremely high, and by the time the Wildcats get down there, not a whole lot of return as Bradley takes over on their 14-yard line.
The Wildcats on top 7-3. They've got the ball, as Scott mentioned, at the 14, 11:48 to play first half. Copeland at quarterback, high snap, hands it to his back, right up the middle, maybe a yard, maybe 2. You know, I was talking with Coach Blade about this, and of course, Coach Blade has never coached against a Bradley team in his career. And I told him, you know, I think, and I talked to several people at Bradley, they were scared to death about us coming down there because they were thinking about Oak Ridge in the past. Possibly the Bears the same way. Who knows?
Could be. Very, very, you know, Oak Ridge has got a tradition, it's got a name, and, you know, they not that they're going to back down, but it certainly goes a long way for helping the team's morale.
Bradley completes the pass out here at the 20. Then Rian Hall stops him at the 25. And kind of it's going to be a gain of enough for a first down, I believe. They need it. Well, it might be about a half a yard short. Might be, well, they're going to stretch the change. They're going to say first down right at the 25-yard line. Appreciate you listening to our broadcast here. Oak Ridge on top 7-3, 11:06 to play. Maryville Zach Sharp hits from 45 yards out to increase the Red Rebel lead to 10-3 over the Farragut Admirals early in that ball game. 1st and 10, Bradley at their own 25-yard line. 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun for Copeland once again. 1st and 10 at the 25. Copeland will roll to his left, wants to run, and he's blasted right at the line of scrimmage by Jared O'Farrell, but I think the first man in the meeting was the sophomore linebacker, Elliott Norman.
Yeah, I think both of them got there about the same time. O'Farrell hit him high and Norman hit him low.
Ball is at the Bradley 25-yard line, 7-3. The Wildcats a nice, crisp scoring drive just a moment ago. We'll have the complete stat recap at halftime. Ben Gavin will do that for us as the Wildcats lead it 7-3, 10-18 to play second quarter. Once again, from the shotgun, quarterback is Copeland. Wants to pass, screen pass, swings it out of the backfield, up the field, and then there's a flag goes down on the play. They get a first down up the 40-yard line. Let's see what we got.
That's got to be a hold up there on the receiver. I think Alex Ingham got just completely annihilated and wiped out of the whole play, but I'm sure from where they're going to mark this off and where the throw was flagged, the receiver that was blocking him had hold of a jersey.
It is indeed a penalty against the Bradley Central Bears. 10:06 to play second quarter. Bradley walking back. You know, the Wildcats overcame a huge penalty in their scoring drive. Remember, it was 3rd and 20 or whatever it was.
It was 3rd and 20.
So let's see what the Bears can do. It's now for them 2nd down and all the way back to the 12-yard line they go. So they've gone further back than they even started the drive. They have to get to the 35-yard line for a first down. It's
second 24.
Wow. As the officials setting it down, and the quarterback, Copeland, will come from the shotgun once again. 2 receivers right, 2 to the left by Oak Ridge. They want to pass. Now the quarterback wants to run. He's about to run into some white shirts, but he's able to elude them and move the ball forward. At first, I didn't think he was going to go anywhere. He was running right into the teeth of the Wildcat defense, but he just shifted just a little bit and got a great gain.
Yeah, very crafty, not the fastest guy in the world. He started up as he felt the pressure, started going right toward the center, and then there was nothing there, so he kind of hits the outside and a pretty good gain. At least they got several of the penalty yards back. 3rd and a long 11 on this play.
Shotgun formation once again. The Wildcats watch them set out 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Here comes some pressure. Copeland's pass is going to be caught up the field, and they pick up the first down. Really soft out there, really soft, way out there.
Wow, you know, on a 3rd and 11, and I guess these guys are, you know, I guess they're just scared of getting beat deep, David, but as the quarterback does not have a strong arm. The ball was up there a long time, and when he catches the ball, there's nobody within 6 or 7 yards of him, so they're obviously trying to respect the speed, but, you know, you got to have a little bit tighter defense when you've got a 3rd and 11.
Wildcats bring Aaron Flowers to play defensive end. He's on the right side. The Wildcats give up another first down. The ball's at the Bradley 40-yard line. 9:13 to play second quarter, 7-3. Handoff running back. Moves the ball for about a yard. Not much more, and then a flag comes down. I don't know if it was a face mask or what. Right at the point of the tackle. The stop is made by Aaron Flowers. It is going to be what? I think it's going to be the only person around it was the Wildcat tackler. And it's going to be a legal block. Well, a legal hit below the waist. Chop block on the defense.
You know, I remember seeing this last year, and I guess that maybe if you've got somebody engaged that you can't come in low on them anymore. You know, that used to be able to do that all the time, but it is evidently one of the Wildcat, maybe a defender came in low, and David, this officiating crew, second time they've called that this game.
Yeah, they're going to call it, looks like, consistently, and that penalty gives them a first down in Wildcat territory at the 45-yard line. So far, the officials have been a big factor when last week they really were not. Up to the line will come Bradley at the Wildcat 45, 7-3, Oak Ridge in the lead. Copeland is the quarterback, and he'll hand it off to number 1. He squirts forward for big yardage. Crossed up to the 35-yard line. That time he just ran it hard, and that is DeJuan Massengale. He is 6 foot, 240-pound senior running back, and he is quite a load.
He is quite a load, and I think Oak Ridge is going to learn you can't arm tackle him. Oak Ridge tried that a couple times on that particular play, and he goes for about 8.5, 9 yards on it.
Wildcats rotating defensive linemen in and out of the game right now as Copeland brings them up. It's short of a first down by a yard, 2nd and 1. Copeland from the shotgun once again. 8:20 to play, first half. Handoff Massengale again, another missed arm tackle there, and it's enough for a first down. Massengale, we don't really have a lot of size. In fact, if you look at our linebackers, you got Elliott Norman and Alex Ingham, and they're not big at all, as the The Bears pick up a first down. The officials, as I mentioned, I was told, are from Kingsport. It's a 7-3 ball game. Oak Ridge in the lead, 8:05 to play, but the Bears have the ball at the 34-yard line. The coach of the Bears is Damon Floyd, and you can tell this is not the Bradley teams we've seen before.
Well, absolutely. A lot of athletes on the field. Look how many players they've got on over there on the sideline.
High snap, quarterback wants to pass. It's going to be caught once again. And once again, they give them so much yards out there. I mean, they'll move the ball across the 30. And I think you're right. I think they're afraid about getting beat deep, and I guess they'll give them everything underneath, I guess. But just another 5-yard chunk, and the stop is made out there. Tyrus Henderson, amongst others, there on the stop. Bradley on the march once again. They got helped by a big third down conversion. They also got a big penalty against the Wildcats, as they have second down and about 5 yards to go. The ball is at the Oak Ridge 27-yard line. Defense so far really hasn't, except the first drive, has not slowed them down much. As Copeland looks over, looks at the front, the Wildcats stack the line of scrimmage. Wildcats showing blitz. Here comes a lot of folks. Passes in the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage out there by number 27, Cameron Gregg, on number 5 for them, Justin Houston. And it'll be third down, and about 6 yards to go. Just nothing fancy. The Wildcats got a lot of pressure that time.
Well, they did. Came out with everybody. They brought the kitchen sink. It looks like they brought 7, or it looks like they brought all 6, and then dropped back your nickel package. And the quarterback overthrew his receiver. Wasn't really open, but Cam Gregg did a nice job covering on that particular play.
Up to the line they'll come. Third down and 6. 7 minutes to play, second quarter. Shotgun once again for Copeland. Here come the Wildcats showing blitz. Quarterback is going to throw the ball, and then the Wildcats miss a tackle, and then I think they get first down yardage. The Wildcats had him out there on the sideline. Tyrus Henderson knocks him out, but not before they pick up a first down. Tough play. Looked like the Wildcats had got him, but he eluded the tackle, and it's 1st and 10 for Bradley inside the 25-yard line at the 23. Just these little short passes getting it done for the Bears.
Yeah, it really is. And that time it looks like one of the Wildcat defenders was very close to getting a piece of the ball as it was in the air. Actually went underneath of his arm.
Wildcats on top 7-3, 6:55 to play. First half here, Bradley Central High School. Wildcats showing blitz again, lots of pressure. Another screen pass caught right down the sideline. Another 5 or 6 yard gain. And it's pretty unnerving when they're just getting yardage like that.
Well, it is, and at some point you've got to adjust. And I know your head, it's not time to panic, and you still got a game plan. But they're continually just throwing that little smash route is what I call it. Basically, the receiver takes about 2 steps. Looks like the Oak Ridge defensive coaches want to talk about what they're playing. They're taking a timeout.
The Bears have it second down and about 4 yards to go. 6:35 to play in the second quarter. 7-3, Oak Ridge in the lead. Bradley from the Oak Ridge 15-yard line. Shotgun once again. Massengale in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Wildcats creep up just a little bit on the intended receivers. Let's see if they fire a pass. It's incomplete. Batted down at the line. Maybe by O'Farrell. Maybe by Zach Hughes. Not sure. It'll bring up third down at about 4.
Yeah, it was definitely batted down. And again, it was one of those 2. I'm not sure who got it. I believe it may have been O'Farrell who got it.
Aaron Green, the new basketball coach, will be up to speak to me at halftime. They start their basketball season a week from tomorrow, as the Bears have it at the 15-yard line, moving right to left. Oak Ridge on top, 7-3. It's third down and a long 4 to go for a first down. Ball's at the 15-yard line. Copeland at quarterback. Once again, has the snap, fires, he's in trouble, and he is sacked! Back at the 18-yard line. That time the Wildcats had good coverage, and the Wildcats came in. Might have been Jeff Card, might have been Hughes. It's 4th down, 8 yards to go. The Wildcats held them to a field goal the last time. No movement from the Bradley bench. They've gone for it on 4th and long. Let's see what they do.
I tell you, it was great defense that time by Oak Ridge, and they've run that little short route so much they actually tried to fake it and then had the guy go deep, and it didn't work. Big play in this ball game.
Bradley, 4th down, 7 yards to go. 5:56 to play. Quarterback Copeland looks over to his sideline. Massengale, the lone running back, 2 receivers to the right, and they're going to call a timeout from the 18-yard line. 4th down, 7 yards to go. Massengale is the running back. They've got 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Copeland is the quarterback from the shotgun, back to pass. Feeling pressure, across the middle, pass is complete for a first down at the 5-yard line. Nice pass. Nice catch by Stovall. It'll be first and goal at the 5.
Right down the middle of the field, and he got a lot of protection, got all day to throw down there, and just hits his receiver coming down in the middle of the field. First down for the Bradley County Bears at the Oak Ridge 5-yard line.
Up to the line they'll come here in a second. We're down to 5:34 and counting as the Wildcats in the lead, 7-3. Ball's at the 5, 2 receivers to the right. They'll come with offset eye once again. They're at the 5-yard line, first and goal. Copeland will pitch it back to the backfield to number 5, who is into the end zone for the touchdown. Wildcats got a lot of penetration deep, but number 5 just weaved his way in for the score, and that is Justin Houston taking it in for the score, and the Bears retake the lead by a score of 9-7 with 5:15 to play here in the first half, and they'll go for the extra point.
Got a good game here, David, and that was a nice play. They just run the toss sweep, and that number 5, very crafty, very shifty. Looks like one of the defenders came up and cut his angle off, and he just swooped down inside of him and easy sailing into the end zone.
Here's the snap, the hold, the kick is on its way. It is up, and it is good. Bradley Central takes the lead once again over the Wildcats. 10-7 our score, 5:15 to play here in the first half. We'll take a break. Here's the kick to Rocky Flood. He's at the 35. Rocky Flood up the field to the 40. Rocky to the 43-yard line, and that is where Oak Ridge will take over first and 10. So a real nice return by Rocky Flood on the kickoff. They're not giving us a full 60. We apologize for that. Rocky Flood returns it on a short kick up to the 43-yard line, giving Oak Ridge great field position.
5 minutes left, David. You can do a whole lot right here. You know, the first thing you got to do is you got to knock out a couple first downs here. And Oak Ridge really showed that they were able to move the ball on their last possession. And it'd be interesting to see what they do here with 5 minutes and 9 seconds left to go in this first half. 2
receivers split to the right, 2 to the left. The quarterback is Brad Zulliger. Looks behind him at the official. First and 10 Oak Ridge. Here's Bradley running the ball himself. Bradley moves the ball across the 45 up to the 47-yard line of the Wildcats. It's a gain of about 5. Exactly 5 minutes to play and counting. The Wildcats trailing 10-7 here in the second round playoff here from Bradley Central High School. As Farragut has scored a touchdown. Maryville still on top 24-10. That's in the first half of that ball game. Second and 5. Ball's at the 47-yard line. Backfield split, Rocky Flood, Elliott Norman. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Second and 5. Bradley's going to run it himself again, and he's going to bring the ball close to the 50-yard line, but he's hammered down after a gain of about 2. And stop is made by the Bears. And
Tucker Bolton, David, 6'4", 230 pounds, and just body slammed Bradley Zulliger that play.
Wildcats, back-to-back runs by the quarterback, 4:14 to play. Third down, 4 yards to go. The ball's at the 49-yard line. The Wildcats keeping it on the ground with Bradley. Wildcats now are in a passing situation. And I'm listening to the PA guy doing a little play-by-play across the way.
It's not as bad as he was the guy last week.
No, not anything close. As Bradley is in the shotgun, rolls to pass, a lot of trouble, needs to throw it, throws down the field, incomplete. Rocky Flood had an opportunity and missed a block. He allowed the pressure to come in on Bradley. He missed the guy that came in, and that would have been a big play for the Wildcats. The Wildcats had some guys open, but Bradley had to throw the ball too quick.
Yeah, he really did, and I tell you what, Coach Blade didn't like that at all. He got in Rocky's face, and obviously he missed a block, and Oak Ridge will have to punt as Drew Stokes comes on the field. Now you got 3 minutes, 45 seconds the other way, so Oak Ridge's defense is going to have to come in and make a stop.
Drew Stokes has punted once tonight, and he had a nice one. They put 4 on the line. They have nobody back to receive the kick. The snap is way high, but he's able to pull it down and punt it. Nice long kick. It's going to bounce and roll inside the 10-yard line and roll dead exactly at the 10. And that is where Bradley will take over with 3 minutes and 34 seconds to play, 10-7. The Wildcats trailing the Bradley Central Bears with 3.5 minutes to play in the first half.
It was a nice job by Drew Stokes to get that punt off, and the ball was snapped. It was very high, another couple inches. It's over his head. And Bradley didn't put anybody back to field the punt. I guess they thought the Oak Ridge was in prime condition or prime real estate there to fake it, and punts it and ends up getting about a 40-yard punt. Nice job by Drew Stokes.
Now the Wildcat defense needs to keep them from scoring again, 10-7. They've got it first down and 10, operating from their own 10-yard line. Turnover will be nice right here as the quarterback rolls. Pass is going to be caught by number 6, and he breaks tackles, and there he goes down the field. The Wildcats stop him finally up the field by Zach Hughes at the 31-yard line. They're fast, and once they get in the secondary, the Wildcats have got to be a little bit more aware where the ball is. Nice touchdown-saving tackle by Zach Hughes.
Well, you look at their completions. They probably have not completed the ball, maybe except for the big third or fourth down they play down here, more than 5 yards downfield. And they're just working, letting these guys make plays. Give it to them short and let them make a big one.
Ball's at the 32-yard line. Shotgun for them once again. Offset I, 4-man front. Wildcats, they'll watch it. They'll hand it off to Massengale. Massengale moves the ball for a gain of about 3. 3 minutes, 1 second to play. Bradley has only one of their timeouts remaining. 2:57, counting. Jeff Card makes a stop. The Wildcats secondary consists of Rian Hall and Tyrus Henderson. They're the corners. The safeties are Cam Gregg and Chris Golston. The linebackers are Alex Ingham, Elliott Norman, and Jeff Card. The linemen, the ends, are Jeff Mason, Zach Hughes. The linemen, Jared O'Farrell and Tyler Jarnigan. Second down, 7 yards to go for Bradley at their own 35-yard line. Pitch will go on a reverse to number 6. Trying to get outside, needs a block, moves the ball up the field, and he's tripped up.
Nice job.
Alex Ingham, I think, out there makes the stop. It is a first down up to the 45-yard line. But it was a nice little play to Stovall, and they've got it 1st and 10.
Well, it was a nice job. I tell you, it was a really nice job by Alex Ingham over there staying at home. They did the little double reverse, and it looks like the second pitch was almost behind the guy, but Alex Ingham did a good job. It could have been a huge gain. Ends up picking up 7 or 8 and a first down, but could have been a lot more.
2:17 to play first half, 10-7. The Wildcats trailing. Shotgun for Copeland once again. The ball's at the Bradley 45. Copeland wants to pass. Fires a pass, wide open, out in the flats. Tyrus Henderson makes the stop, but up the field at the 44-yard line. They said it was a fumble on the play, recovered by Bradley. Wildcats are so soft out there, just giving them just big chunks up the field.
Like you mentioned, just giving them way too much, too much cushion. And at some point, you've got to change that. They're making a killing. They're not making that huge play, but maybe you give up a big play to keep all these little plays.
Ball's at the 42-yard line once again. Wildcats creep up just a little bit. They're bigger and taller, the receivers are, but, as the Wildcats show a little pressure, as Massengale moves the ball forward for a gain of about 2 up to the Oak Ridge 40. 1:35 and counting. And play is halted. I think a timeout is going to be asked for by the Bradley Bears. This time the quarterback is Copeland from the shotgun at the Oak Ridge 40. 10-7 the score. The Wildcats trailing. Wildcats will get the ball first in the second half as Copeland wants to pass. Cranks it. Pass is going to be batted away. Nice defensive play.
Yeah.
Ryan Hall, the Wildcats.
Nice job. He just sees the out pattern and he jumps it. And again, that's good defense there. Didn't give him a whole lot. And Ryan made a really nice break on the ball. And to deflect it, and that they're just going to say that was their last time out. They're down to 0 with 1 minute 29 seconds left to go. Big third down 7.
Probably 4 down territory with only 1:29 to play. It's third down and about 8 yards to go. The ball is right at the 40-yard line. Shotgun once again. Copeland the pass, pressured, pass. Oh, complete. Tyrus makes the catch. It's close to a first down. They're going to say it is a first down. Once again, they gave him a 10-yard cushion out there, and they pick up the first down. The PA guy thinks he's got the first. They've got a first down, and they're inside the 30-yard line. 1:22 to play. Bradley has no more timeouts, trying to increase their lead. They're already up by 3, 10-7. As once again, they just short little screen passes just to the sidelines. There's 8 yards. Copeland wants to pass. Got to get more pressure. He's in trouble. Boom! He's blasted. Pass in the end zone. They got to pick it off. It's almost picked off by the Wildcats in the corner of the end zone. Deron Williams came in and just lowered the boom on their quarterback, Copeland. It's an incomplete pass. Second down, 10 yards to go. 1:12 to play first half. Bradley on top, 10-7. Bradley's got a scary offense. They've got some athletes that can do it.
They do, and again, that they've got some scary guys, and so they're working everything underneath. That time they faked the underneath and then tried to go for the long ball, and a nice job of defending on that play by Tyrus Henderson. A good defensive play by Oak Ridge to get some pressure on the quarterback.
Ball's at the 31-yard line of Oak Ridge. 1:12 to play. First half, 10-7. Second down, 10 yards to go. Nobody in the backfield now. 3 receivers right. Copeland fires the pass. Caught. Number 5 has got it. weaves his way down the field for what appears to be a first down at the 20-yard line. That was a different play. They had nobody in the backfield that time, but they moved the ball. Houston does, behind a lot of blockers out there. It is going to be at the 21, shy of a first down. We're under a minute to play. Play is halted, and they're going to say it's an official's timeout to bring the chains on the field. The Wildcats could ill afford to give up a touchdown here.
Yeah, right now you're really hoping for a field goal. And, again, a scary offense, got some really good athletes. Oak Ridge, the defense is doing a good job. I mean, they're keeping everything in front of them. And, you just know that they've got the opportunity, or they have the offense to break a big one, and Oak Ridge has done a good job to keep them from doing that.
Last week the Wildcat corners got burned a bit, and I think probably because of the size of these guys, that's the strategy as the chains are stretched, and it's still short of a first down, but unfortunately they stopped the clock to bring the chains on when it could have been ticking down a little bit. We're down to exactly 1 minute to play. In the first half, they have the ball at the Oak Ridge 21-yard line. Wildcat defense has really struggled to slow them down. I kind of like the way their quarterback is actually, as the chains are taken off the field. If the ball is spotted down, the chains are off, the clock will start, but Bradley is already up to the line. They'll be ready to snap it immediately. As soon as the official signals, the ball is set, the chains are set, and the clock should start here, as it does, and we're under a minute to play. Copeland, a quarterback, back to pass. Now we'll run it. He's in a lot of trouble. Still is able to move the ball forward for a first down to the 19-yard line. Second effort. Good call by the PA guy over there. It's exactly what it was. He looked, and found no place to go, then kind of squirted forward, and they do pick up a first down. The chains are moved, and the clock will start. When they spot the ball, we've got 51 seconds to play. The ball's at the 19, and they spike it. Copeland stops play. It'll be 2nd and 10 with 48.3 seconds as Mason, Hughes, and O'Farrell re-enter the ball game. Deron Williams, Aaron Flowers, Sam Bingham check out. Coach Phil Thompson bringing a lot of different defensive linemen in and out of the ball game tonight against a beefy, large Bradley offensive line. The Wildcats trailing it 10-7, 48 seconds to play here in the first half. The Bears come up once again, 2nd and 10. Ball's at the 19-yard line. Single running back, Massengale. Copeland to pass. Fires a pass. Incomplete. Good defense out there. Tyrus Henderson hit the man, the intended receiver, right as he tried to make the catch. It's incomplete. 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, it's a really nice job that time by Tyrus. And again, if that ball is thrown maybe a half a second later, I believe he intercepts that ball, and he's got a lot of brown field in front of him.
Alcoa on top of Loudon, 21-10 in their ball game. The ball is at the 19-yard line. 44 seconds to play first half. 3rd down, 10 yards to go. Once again, 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right, nobody in the backfield. Copeland the pass. A lot of time, a lot of trouble now. He's running for his life. Fires a pass into the end zone. Batted away and caught for a touchdown. Wow. Let me tell you, it was a good play by Rian Hall. He deflected the ball, but it fell right into the receiver's hands, and that is a touchdown for Stovall.
It was a great play by, again, nice play by Ryan to bat the ball down. It's got to go to the ground. He batted it up, and then the receiver barely gets his feet in bounds, but a very nice play all around, but a little bit better for the Bradley County Bears as they go on top 16-7.
Going for the extra point. The snap, the hold is up, the kick is, and it is no good. No good. And the Wildcats trail it 16-7, 34.9 seconds to play. And the Wildcats will get the ball first in the second half, but the trouble is we haven't been able to slow down their offense as the Bears prepare to kick off. 34 seconds to play. They lead Oak Ridge 16-7. High pop-up kick. It's going to be fielded by Oak Ridge at the 35. Elliott Norman, 40. Elliott Norman out of bounds around midfield. Wildcats will get it at officially the 46-yard line. 29 seconds to play.
Why do you do that?
Go down the field.
But why do you kick the ball? You're up 16-7, 29 seconds left.
Make them drive 80?
Make them drive 80. Kick it down there as far as you can. And, they must have no faith at all in their kickoff coverage because that time they just, they kick it to Elliott Norman. Elliott's standing at about the 35-yard line. That just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Now, Oak Ridge has got great field position. Let's see what they do with 29.1 seconds left to go in this game, this first half.
2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. 29 seconds to play. The Wildcats have 2 timeouts. Brad Zulliger, quarterback. And he's going to drop back to pass, go deep with it. Pass to Brady Hull is caught. And he's up the field and out of bounds at around the 34, actually the 32-yard line of Bradley. 20 seconds to play. Nice throw by Bradley Zulliger.
It really was. And I tell you what, the unfortunate thing, Brady Hull was about 6 inches from getting out of bounds. Got tackled, but it's not the worst thing. The clock has stopped for the chains to be moved. And as soon as they are set, the ball will be in play, and so will the clock.
20 seconds to play. Although they don't start the clock, gives Oak Ridge a little bit of a break here. The official try was just winding his arm. No time went off the clock here. Now the officials will get together, and 20.3 seconds. And they penalize Oak Ridge a few seconds here. I don't think it's quite right here. Although they didn't start the clock, I think they assume they went out of bounds. The official comes over to say he was trying to wind the clock.
I think he's got 2 up, and I would agree. It was about 2 seconds from when they broke the huddle until they called timeout.
The Wildcats once again in a 16-7 ball game. The referee comes over to the home side to tell the Bradley coach the ball is at the Bradley 32-yard line. 20 seconds to play. The Wildcats have 2 timeouts. They trail 16-7 here at Bradley Central High School. What a big missed extra point. That maybe it'll come to play sometime.
You never know. I tell you what, I like Oak Ridge's chance right here. I mean, they've still got they put 18.3, so they give him 2, and the clock will run as soon as he blows his whistle. I think the Oak Ridge fans are a little upset, but I think that's the right call.
18 seconds to play, and the clock will, as Scott said, start. Here's a snap from Kevin Crane. Bradley's going to drop back to pass. Goes to the end zone. Vez Smith, no. Bad pass, incomplete. Wow, you're right. It could have been very easily intercepted. It was intended for Vez Smith. 11 seconds to play. Surprised they haven't, well, we'll see. As the Wildcats probably have enough time for maybe 2 plays, maybe.
Yeah, I think so. You got 2 plays in you at 11.3. That time, very, very fortunate that ball wasn't intercepted. The ball was just a little bit underthrown, and 2 Bradley Bears were in the middle of that play. Either one of them could have had it.
Zulliger from the shotgun, 2nd down 10, the ball at the 34-yard line. Zulliger back to pass, pressured, running, sacked. That's one thing that you cannot do is take a sack. 5 seconds to play, back to the 35-yard line, and what does Coach Blade do? It's a very long field goal for a sophomore kicker. I just don't think he has the leg for such a Wildcats. Will go with Rashad Gray splitting out to the right. Wildcats have 3 receivers, Brady Hull, along with Vez Smith and Brady Hull. 3rd down 13, 5 seconds to play. First half, Zulliger back to pass. Deep into the end zone, up for grabs. Nobody there except Bears. It's incomplete, and the Wildcat receivers weren't even down there. Wildcats were just not even in position. As Bradley goes to the locker room on top of Oak Ridge, 16-7, and while I have the opportunity, I promised I'd give a shout out to Brian Leffler, who's listening to our broadcast tonight back at home, as the Wildcats prepare to return the kick from Bradley. 16-7 is our score. Bradley on top of Oak Ridge. Second half underway now. High, short pop-up kick fielded by Brady Hull at the 30, 35. Brady Hull at the 37-yard line, and not a whole lot there, but the Wildcats still get pretty good field position. Now let's see what the offense can do. They've got to get some first downs. They got to put some more points on the board. The offense will come onto the field. They'll be led by the junior quarterback, Bradley Zulliger. In his 2nd year as the starting quarterback, has started every single ball game except the McMinn County playoff game a year ago when he was hurt. The Wildcat line's the same. Flowers, Valadon, Crane, Wesh, and Ramsey. The Wildcats with receivers to the left and right. Shotgun for Bradley. The ball's at the 37-yard line. Zulliger, that is. He's going to throw it. Really quick pass to Vez Smith at the 50. That's a first down. That was a bullet. Immediately, Bradley just nailed Vez Smith for a first down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Vez did a nice job of handling onto it, and Bradley just zipped it in there. And, you know, if he doesn't catch it, it probably knocks the breath out of him because it's going and it hits him right in the stomach. And nice play on the quick slant.
Elliot Norman comes into the ball game. Ethan Wheeler checks out, talking with the head coach of the Wildcats, Scott Blade. 11:34 to play, second quarter, 1st and 10 in Bradley territory. Ball at the 48-yard line, I formation, Oak Ridge. Zulliger with 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes Rocky Flood. Rocky Flood moves the ball forward to the Bradley 41-yard line. It's a gain of about 6. Running behind Valadon, Crane, and Wesh and those guys. Nice game for Rocky.
Yeah, absolutely, just power football there. And again, nothing fancy. Come out in the first play, run a quick slant, come back next play, run the isolation play. I meant to ask you, I know that Jose is not playing centers, moved them to tackle. What's the reasoning behind?
They didn't like the snaps. Do you remember last week?
Had a couple bad snaps.
Yeah, and they just thought that, Crane might do a better job and, just moved Jose over to tackle. Wildcats 2nd down 4. And Bradley's going to run the ball across the 40. Bradley has what appears to be a Wildcat first down at the Bradley 37-yard line. I disagree. You give a team a short field to drive every single time. Eventually, they're going to put some points on the board, and the Wildcats have a first down inside the 40-yard line.
Yeah, and again, I can understand that back in the day when you had Sean Bohannon and Summers and those guys, but we haven't had like I said, maybe one really good kickoff return all year, so I really don't know what they're seeing.
1st and 10, up to the line will come the Wildcats. Bradley's under center this time. He'll hand it off to Rocky. Rocky moves the ball forward for a gain of about 4, maybe 5 yards, up to around the 31-yard line. I tell you, Jose Valadon just annihilated his guy. Jose's about 6'3", 6'4", and he just pancaked Coball, that 5'8", 160-pounder, and I think Jose felt a little sorry for him, and he helped him up.
Hey, you do that, you tell him I'll be back next play.
2 receivers to the left. That was a gain of 5 for Rocky. 2nd down for the Wildcats. The ball at the Bradley 32-yard line, and Bradley's a busted play. I think the handoff was supposed to go to Elliott, and he looked for Elliott. Nobody, and Elliott, who's new to the running back game, and you just can't make mistakes like that. And it's 3rd down, and they lost a yard or so.
Running back goes left, quarterback goes right. One of the two went the wrong way.
And the Wildcats have the ball at the 31. It's 3rd down and 5. And let's see if the Wildcats can overcome that mistake there. As Tyrus Henderson comes into the ballgame, I think, for the first time offensively for the Wildcats. As the Wildcats are down to 9:21 to play in the 3rd quarter, trailing 16-7. Vez Smith, Tyrus Henderson to the left, Rashad Gray to the right, I formation, Oak Ridge. Rocky Flood is the tailback. The fullback is Elliott. The pitch will go to Rocky. Needs a block. Got it, and there goes Rocky down the field. Moves the ball to the 20-yard line. It's an Oak Ridge first down.
Boy, I'm a firm proponent, David. I think if you need a big play and you've got a good running back, run the toss sweep, put him back about 7 yards, let him see where the hole's going to be. And that time, Oak Ridge just runs the toss sweep to the left, and Rocky does a nice job of picking up his blockers. First down for the Wildcats.
Norman comes out of the ball game for the Wildcats. Oak Ridge 1st and 10 at the Bradley 20. 8:47 to play, 2nd quarter, 16-7. Splitting out to the far right, Vez Smith, along with Ethan Wheeler, Brady Hull. 2 receivers to left, nobody in the backfield. Tyrus comes in motion. Tyrus has the pitch. Moves the ball to the 20. Tyrus moves the ball to the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 5. A lot of things happening there for a 5-yard gain. Tyrus Henderson, one of his few carries, maybe his first carry of the season.
I think they've run that play before, and they split him out over there on the far left side, put him in motion. He comes back and fills the position where the running back usually is, tossing the ball, and again, looks like it's going to be a huge play, and kind of fizzled out there at the end, but Oak Ridge still picks up 4 on the play.
Ball's at the 15-yard line. Tyrus Henderson, Vez Smith split to the left. Rashad Gray to the right, I formation at the Bradley 15-yard line. 16-7 is the score. Bradley hands off Rocky Flood. Rocky inside the 10-yard line has a first down at the Bradley Central Bear 7-yard line. First and goal, Oak Ridge.
Tell you what, Oak Ridge has really done a good job, David. You talking about going back to basics, power football. It's back in the old day, just ram it down your throat. And that time, nice job of blocking by the Oak Ridge line. And Rocky did a nice job of getting the first down. And now Oak Ridge has got ball right at the 6-yard line of the Bradley Bears.
7:40 to play, second half just underway. We're in the 3rd quarter. Wildcats down 16-7. Bradley Zulliger under center, hands off Rocky Flood. Rocky drives across the 5-yard line, down to the Bradley 4. And you're right, Nothing fancy, just right up the gut behind the big offensive line.
You know, it's pretty like not necessarily big offensive line, but it's interesting to see now.
Quick
You got a
offensive line.
new package coming in with O'Farrell and Jeffrey Card coming in and Zach Hughes coming in. So you put your beef up there now.
So they'll go with, it looks like a double tight end set. The Wildcats just want to continue. It's a power eye left with Card in the backfield. As Zulliger has it at the 4-yard line, second down, goal to go. And here's the handoff, Rocky Flood, and he's belted at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if you change things up like that, really. I mean, you're doing well. You bring in guys who are not used to being in the backfield, and you lose a yard on the play.
Well, again, these guys are bigger than you are, and that what they did that time, David. They went toe-to-toe. You've got, tight end on both sides. You go toe-to-toe, no splits at all. And then you got a full house backfield, and you just try to ram it in there. Sometimes you can do that when you spread them out and use your quickness. That time you're going beef on a little less beef.
It'll be third down, goal to go at the 5-yard line. Zulliger at quarterback, 6:23 to play, back to pass. In the end zone, Rocky to the goal line. Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Rocky Flood scores! 6:17 to play in the second quarter. It was all second effort by Rocky there.
It really was, and it kind of surprised me there, David. It's a little straight drop back. Rocky goes out in the flood. Bradley does a nice job of hitting him, and then second effort gets him into the end zone, and we have a new ball game, 16-13, with the extra point coming from Brett Beeler.
Impressive drive for the Wildcats. Beeler to kick it. The holder is Zulliger. It is good. Oak Ridge trails by 2. 6:17 to play second quarter. 16-14 our score. We'll take a break. And that touchdown is another thetargettrader.com touchdown. And we'll be back in 60 seconds.
Uh-oh.
Oh, gosh. Back here at Bradley Central, the Bears return the ball up to around the 40-yard line. Somehow on the right sideline, they just were able to get a free pass up to the 40-yard line, and that is where Bradley will take over first and 10 officially at their own 39-yard line.
Well, what did you say during the break? We need a turnover. And not necessarily right here. It'd be nice for Oak Ridge to stop them here, get the ball back. But what a great drive. Power football, back to the basics, just ram it down your throat. Capped off by the short little pass to Rocky Flood for the touchdown.
Bears on top of the Wildcats, 16-14, 6:08 to play. Second quarter, the Wildcats almost a 6-minute drive to start the second half. Copeland at quarterback, has the snap, hands it off to number 2, another arm tackle. He's got a first down into the secondary, moves the ball before Hughes stops him at the 46-yard line. You can't arm tackle those guys. They're too quick. And he got across midfield, and somebody just kind of whiffed as he went by. First and 10 Bears. Ball is officially moved up to around the 47-yard line of Oak Ridge. Alex Ingham eventually makes a stop along with Zach Hughes. 16-14, the Wildcats down by 2. Here come the Bears. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. They'll come from the shotgun once again. Copeland is the quarterback, 4-man front. Here's the snap, the hold, the handoff to number 2. Tries to get outside and does. Moves the ball to the field and falls down at the 40. That might have been the best thing that happened. He's quick, a little scatback type little guy. Number 2, that is Rube Golston, 5'8", 160-pounder, and he's got some quick feet.
He is quick, and I tell you, Oak Ridge did a great job. The play was designed to go right up the middle of the field. I mean, there was nothing there, and then nobody wraps him up and tackles him, so he bounces outside, picks up 6 or 7, trips on his own feet, or perhaps could have been more.
Gain of 7, second down, 3 yards to go. Wildcats trailing 16-14. Wildcats showing blitz. Here's the snap. Quarterback pass is caught. Short gain once again, but it's enough for a first down across the 35-yard line. The Wildcats crept up that time, got some pressure, and I didn't hear much about Copeland, their quarterback. He's only a sophomore. He's done a really good job He's been hit a couple times, and he's delivered some nice passes. Got a nice arm, an okay arm, not a great arm, but he's only a sophomore.
He's not great. I mean,
He's effective, though.
He is very effective. Again, but when you have guys that are wide open, 7, 8 yards downfield, pretty easy to hit those guys.
Ball's at the Oak Ridge 35-yard line. Got to slow these guys down. 16-14 they lead. Can't trade touchdowns. Handoff number 2. Trying to get outside, and he is driven out of bounds. No gain. Was it Ingham? I couldn't tell.
It was Ingham.
Alex Ingham makes the stop over there at around the 35-yard line of the Wildcats. Hughes was over there. As the Wildcats substitute new ends coming in the game, Aaron Flowers comes in along with Sam Bingham. And boy, Sam was fired up after the touchdown.
He was, and I heard him. He just said, we're not going home. We're not going home. And he had all these guys believing it, so it's nice to see who your leaders are, your senior leadership coming from.
Second down, 10 yards to go for the Bears at the Oak Ridge 35-yard line. Here's a snap. Quarterback, a little screen pass is caught. This time they gain only about 2 yards on it. It's going to be third down at about 7. Out of bounds he goes with stopping the clock with 4:27 to play in the second quarter. The Wildcats trailing 16-14. The winner advances to play in the final 8 in the state against the winner of the Soddy Daisy Riverdale Warrior ball game going on tonight. The last score we have was Riverdale up 14-0. This is the only 16 6A schools playing football tonight, and the Wildcats trying to advance to the final 8, as are the Bears. Quarterback from the shotgun, third down at about 7. Little confusion in the secondary. The Wildcats cover a little bit better. Here comes the quarterback running up the field, and he gets outside and moves the ball up the field to the 20. He just makes plays. That time he just tucked it and ran it, and they've got a first down at the 20-yard line.
That's a nice call. You just send everybody out in the pattern, and as your pressure comes, you just dart right straight back up the middle. A big first down for the Bradley Bears.
Seemed like there was some confusion in the secondary, some switching and changing as the Wildcats now, I guess you want to hold them to a field goal. 16-14 the score. The ball's at the 20. First and 10. Wildcats showing blitz again. Number 1 gets the handoff, and he's dropped after a gain of a yard or so. Thought he was going to go a little farther than that. And
if he gets by Jeff Card, he can just walk into the end zone right up the middle of the field. Jeff did a nice job of tackling the 6'4", 240-pound tailback.
He's a big boy. Gain of a yard. Nice play by Jeff Card. Second down, 9 yards to go. 2 receivers to the right, 2 big tall guys to the left. Number 15, he's a giant. Rian Hall trying to defend him. They list number 15, Al Shelton, at 6'4", 190. Quarterback, shotgun once again, second down 9, 3:28 to play. A little string pass is caught for no yardage. Tackled at the 19. The Wildcats crept up just a little bit that time, and Tyrus and others made a stop over there. It's third and long.
Nice play that time. It's the same pattern that they've been running with that. We used to call it a little smash route where the receiver really takes about 2 steps, turns around, the ball's there, and that time Tyrus did a nice job of defending.
16-14, Bradley on top, 3 minutes and counting. Here in the second half, the ball is at the 18. Third down, 9 yards to go. They have picked up some third and longs throughout the course of this game. Let's see if they can do it here. They've come from the shotgun once again. Single running back once again. That is number 1, Massengale. Copeland to pass. Now running it. Boom! He is sacked at the 20-yard line. It'll be fourth down and 11 yards to go.
Yeah, it's a nice job again. They tried to run that same play they ran earlier with quarterback draw. And that time, I think it was O'Farrell, and I know Sam Bingham was in there to make the stop. David brings up fourth down at about 12. And I'm thinking field goal here, but they're thinking something else as they're going for it.
Here come the Bears. Big defensive play in the ball game for the Wildcats. Fourth down, 12 yards to go. The Wildcats down 2, 2:15 to play. Shotgun formation for Copeland at quarterback. 1 lone running back. Copeland the pass. Pressured. Fires. Pass. Intercepted! Rian Hall intercepted at the 20. Moves the ball up the field, and the Wildcats take over. And the Wildcat offense will come onto the field. Big interception by Rian Hall.
Boy, nice job. He just they run the little quick post pattern, and he just jumps it. David did a great job, and I don't think even if he does catch it, they get the first down. So a really nice defensive stop that time by the Wildcats. David, 2 minutes, 1 second left to go in this third quarter. Oak Ridge trails by 2, 16-14.
And the Oak Ridge offense, which had an impressive drive the last time, come onto the field here. The Wildcats trailing 16-14, 2 minutes to play, second quarter. We've got a score from the Anderson County game. Anderson County on top, 24-6 over Powell in their ball game. Wildcats come up with Bradley Zulliger. The ball's at the 20-yard line. Wildcats down 2. Bradley will run it. Bradley's got some running room. Bradley at the 25. Bradley at the 30, to the 35, up to the 37-yard line. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge.
That's a nice job. You know, that play is designed to go straight up the middle, and after Bradley fakes the ball, he sees a big opening out here to the right, and Vez Smith did a great job of blocking to free him for another 14, 15 yards. Nice play by the Wildcats.
A minute 52 to play second quarter. The Wildcats trailing 16-14. Wildcats at their own 37-yard line, moving left to right here in the third quarter. Wildcats have Rocky Flood in the backfield, 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left, 3-man front for the Bears. Here's the snap, little fake, pass to Vez, he's got it! 40, 35, 30, down to the 21-yard line of Bradley Central. It'll be 1st and 10, Oak Ridge.
I tell you what, I love that play right there, David. Oak Ridge has been so successful running that little bubble screen. They fake the bubble screen as they do that. Vez is going straight down the sideline. Maybe been Bradley's best throw that he's made all year. Throws a rocket, and a big play once again for the Wildcats.
Wildcats have the ball at the Bradley Central 23, and the Wildcat fans are on their feet. Minute 20 to play. Third quarter action here. 16-14, Bradley on top. Rashad Gray splits to the right. Backfield from the shotgun at the 23-yard line. Zulliger will run it. Zulliger across the 20 to the 15. Bradley down to the Bradley Central 10-yard line. I keep confusing people by saying Bradley. He's our quarterback. Maybe I should start saying Zulliger. It is 1st and goal, Oak Ridge at the 9.
Again, nice play. They fake the handoff, the right handoff, and then Bradley sees a little opening toward the middle of the field, accelerates, and picks up another first down. Cannot get a first down as the ball is just inside of the 10-yard line.
A minute to play here in the third quarter. 16-14. The Wildcats just at the 9.5-yard line. Zulliger under center will run it again. Bradley Zulliger blasted at the 7. 40 seconds to play. Third quarter, 16-14. Wildcat offense looking very impressive.
Very impressive. You know, they really kind of they look good at times in the first half, and they look bad at times. And right now they're clicking on all cylinders. And I think Bradley's confused. I don't think they know what's coming next.
The Wildcats have the ball at the Bradley Central 7-yard line. 19 seconds to play third quarter. Wildcats trailing by 2, 16-14. A missed extra point, a blocked extra point by Cameron Gregg, a big difference in the ballgame right now. Zulliger, Rocky Flood, Rocky into the end zone, touchdown Oak Ridge! Rocky Flood jumps his center, and the Wildcats take the lead with 3 seconds to play in the third quarter.
Nice play, just run the trap play up there. A great job by the guards, the center of the Wildcat offensive line, and that time Rocky had to hurdle over, but he does make the touchdown. Brett Beeler on to make this a 5-point lead as Oak Ridge goes on top 20-16.
And that is another TheTargetTrader.com touchdown. Here's the kick by Beeler. It's on its way. It's up, and it is good. The Wildcats have scored 2 unanswered touchdowns out of the break to take a 21-16 lead over Bradley. We'll take a break. We'll be back in 30 seconds. (21-16) Oak Ridge, 3 seconds to play third quarter. Here's the kick by Oak Ridge. Beeler hits it to the 6, to the 10, to the 15. Wildcats don't make a good coverage, and he's down the field once again and pushed out of bounds, finally by Tyrese Henderson at the 35-yard line. They've seen something on this sideline, and they get a good return, and that is the final play of the third quarter. One of these two teams will be moving on to the final 8 in the state. The other will be ending their season tonight. The Wildcats on top of Bradley Central, 21-16, back for the fourth quarter in 60 seconds. Back here at Bradley Central High School, fourth quarter just underway. 1st and 10 Bears, the ball at their own 35. Copeland the pass. Pass is going to be incomplete at the 40-yard line. Bradley's, you can kind of sense a little bit of panic. That time Copeland delivered his pass a little quick that time, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and absolutely. Look at this crowd, David, the crowd, the players. Obviously the most exciting thing that's happened to this team in a while. They are all, jumping up and down, and a lot of stuff going on. What an exciting turn of events we've had here at Bradley.
21-16, Oak Ridge on top, 11:55 to play in the game. Bradley 2nd and 10. Ball at their own 35-yard line. Backfield offset I. Man comes in motion. Copeland is the quarterback. Here's the snap. A handoff to the back. Moving the ball up the field for great yardage. And down the field he goes. Runs over his own man who tackled him. His own man tackled him inside Oak Ridge's 45-yard line. And if he didn't run over his own guy, he might have taken it into the end zone.
He may have. That's Justin Houston, David, number 5. He's the guy who's had these kickoff returns. I have never seen a more patient player. He gets the ball. He's not in a hurry to do anything. And then he sees, kind of goes right, goes left, and then once he sees this hole, just explodes into it.
22-yard gain there. Devin Accardi listening to us tonight in Colorado. Right now, things are getting dicey once again. 21-16. Bradley, first down 10. Ball at the 42-yard line. Copeland, their quarterback, back to pass. Floats it out there, incomplete. Defending for the Wildcats, number 27, Cam Gregg. It's incomplete. Second down, 10 yards to go. 11:21 to play in the ballgame. Oak Ridge on top, 21-16. They trailed 16-14, I believe. They actually were down 2 touchdowns. What was the score at halftime? I've already forgotten. 16-7. 16-7. But the Wildcats,
14 unanswered points.
21-16 the score. Second down 10. Ball at the 43-yard line of the Wildcats. Copeland is the quarterback. Offset eye once again. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Handoff tailback, number 5. Tries to get outside, does again. And he picks up yardage across the 35, close to a first down. When you think you got him, he gets out of there somehow.
Again, I don't know that I've seen a player that patient, and he just kind of almost stops, and then that time, David, he just exploded into the Oak Ridge secondary, picked up about 8 yards, and a nice tackle. I believe that was O'Farrell on the stop. Third and about 2.5 yards to go for the first down.
Although they stopped the clock to bring the chains on, you know.
They're already signaling first down.
And they're going to, according to where they've got the ball spotted, it's a good yard and a half for the first down. But, of course, the chains are on the opposite side of the field. 11:09 to play in the game. Oak Ridge on top, 21-16, trying to advance to the final 8 in the state. As we've seen some upsets across the Upper East Tennessee bracket.
We get a final on that Kingsport Bearden game?
No, we'll try to get one here as soon as we can, as the chains are stretched, and it is a first down. So the chain crew missed it by about 1.5 yards, but it is a first down for the Bears. I thought he had a first down. The ball's at the Oak Ridge 33-yard line. The Wildcats stopped them the last drive on an interception by Rian Hall, but the Wildcat defense has not done a great job in slowing down this Bradley attack.
I don't know that a whole lot of people can slow them down. They got a lot of weapons. They got speed on the inside. They've got big guys on the up front and some very, very talented receivers.
First and 10, Bradley Central. The ball at the 33. Once again, number 6 comes in motion. 2 receivers now to the left. 1 lone man here to the right. Handoff tailback. Once again into the secondary. Once again to the outside. Once again looking for yardage, and he's across the 15-yard line. That is Houston. Wildcats have got to do a better job picking him up as they have it first down, 10 yards to go at the 15-yard line. If there's anything that's good, the Wildcats have shown the ability to move the ball themselves.
Right.
And, right now you want to just stop them here. The Wildcats have the lead, but that is in tough situation right now because the Bears have just marched down the field. They've got it at the Oak Ridge 15-yard line. Got to shore up just a little bit. Deron Williams comes in, defensive line for the Wildcats. Sam Bingham is in at defensive line. Shotgun for Copeland. We'll hand it to number 5. This time, boom! He's blasted by Elliott Norman. Back at the 19-yard line. It's a loss of about 4.
Well, it looks like the last 4 or 5 plays, David, they're trying to get this number 5, Houston. They're trying to get him the ball as deep as possible. Let him be patient and make a play. And that time, Oak Ridge came with the blitz, and he didn't have the patience to do anything with it. And Elliott Norman dropped him for a loss of about 4.
Second down, 14 yards to go. We're under 10 minutes to play in somebody's season. The Wildcats on top, 21-16. Once again, offset eye. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Second down, 14 yards to go from the 20-yard line of the Wildcats. Copeland at quarterback, drops to pass. In a lot of trouble, fires it. Across the middle, pass is caught. And he moves the ball inside to the goal line and takes it across.
Yes, they're going to call that. They're going to call that, David, I think. I don't know if you saw it, but the receiver got it. His own teammate came in and tried to drag him and actually drug him into the end zone, and I believe they're going to call that holding on the offense.
But does it go from the spot, or where does it start from? It is going to be a sideline violation against them. Sideline warning. And Bradley is backing up. And I didn't see a hold. No signal. And it is going to be the official coming over to the home side to tell us sideline violation. And they walk the ball back to the 8-yard line. What was the call?
Assisting the runner. And that's exactly the receiver that did not get the ball tried to drag his teammate in, actually drug him into the end zone, but you cannot do that, David. And that's a great call right there by this officiating crew.
Second down, about 5 yards to go. The ball is at the 8-yard line as with 9:33 to play, the Wildcats in the lead, 21-16. Fans on both sides booing. They need to get the ball to the 5-yard line for a first down. They're at the 9-yard line. The Wildcats showing blitz. Quarterback, boom, sacked again. Fumbles the football, but they're going to say he's down. They say he's down, and the quarterback is slow to get up. The Wildcats came in and dropped him for a loss back to the 15. It's third down at about 10.
That's Elliott Norman coming in on the Oak Ridge. I mean, right now is really relying on that blitz heavily, and they faked the ball, and they were trying to get the quarterback out on the corner, and Elliott Norman came from that corner to sack the quarterback. And again, a big play by Elliott. As boy, you're talking about a couple big plays. You know this is 4-down territory. 3rd and 11.
9 minutes to play in the ball game. Third down, 11 yards to go. At the 16, Oak Ridge on top, 21-16 over Bradley Central. Copeland at quarterback from the 16-yard line. High snap, pressured, rolling, lots of trouble. He's in trouble. He throws it away. It should be entered. Dropped. Almost a grounding call. It's 4th down, 11. I apologize. I thought Oak Ridge was going to pick that one off.
Well, they had it, and I tell you what, that big number 15 for them, the guy at 6'4", almost came over the back of one of the Wildcats to get it, but whoever that was, it may have been Rian Hall, was able to knock the ball down. And again, David, you're talking about a big play in this ball game. 4th and 11 from the 13-yard line.
They're in field goal position, going for a 23-yard kick. 8:40 to play. Where's Cam Gregg? Let's see if he can block one. He's blocked an extra point already. Here's the snap. The kick is on its way. It's up, and it is good. Wow. Barely.
Wow.
But the Wildcats hold the lead here. It's a moral victory because they keep them out of the end zone when it looked like they were going to score. It's a 3-point game, and listen to the Oak Ridge crowd. 21-19 Oak Ridge on top.
And I tell you what, they should be happy. Great job by the defense. Again, this is a really good offense. Good call for them. I kind of thinking they were going to go for it. Now you're in a position where a field goal would win it for you.
What an exciting ball game here from Bradley Central. Oak Ridge on top, 21-19, and the Wildcats will be receiving the kickoff. We've got exactly 8 minutes and 35 seconds to go in this game, and somebody's season. Somebody will move on to the Final 8 in the state. Somebody will pack it in for basketball season. Coach Green's boys start on Saturday, a week from tomorrow. We hope that he doesn't have all the guys. We hope that he goes without those guys for several more weeks, but they're going to have to hold on for the final 8:35 here. The good news is the Wildcats have marched the ball down the field here in the second half twice. Long drives for touchdowns. And the good news, too, Bradley doesn't like to kick off deep here, and we're probably going to have good field position.
Well, they haven't, but they've got a new kicker in, David. They got Mr. Yellow Shoes in. They're getting ready to kick, so I'm thinking they're going deep this time.
He's got it down on the tee. Number 13 is Martin Zaragoza. He pops it up again, a little deeper. It's going to be fielded by Rian Hall at the 20. Got to hold on to the ball. 25 to the 30, to the 35, to the 40. Rian Hall down the field to the 45, to the 50. Cuts across the field and tackled at the Bradley Central 44-yard line. Rian Hall, big run.
Maybe that's why they didn't kick it deep. And that time they kick it down to about the 15-yard line. And Rian Hall just gets the ball and explodes up toward the right sideline. Makes a couple nice breaks. And now Oak Ridge has got great field position at the Bradley County 43-yard line.
8 minutes, 24 seconds to play, 21-19. Oak Ridge in the lead. Riverdale winning big over Soddy Daisy. The winner of this game plays them. Wildcat offense on the field officially at the Bradley Central 44-yard line. Here come the big boys. Bryce Wesh, Aaron Flowers, Chris Ramsey, Jose Valadon, Kevin Crane. They're the linemen. The Wildcats have two receivers split to the left. The backfield, Rocky Flood, senior. Elliott Norman, sophomore. Quarterback, Bradley Zulliger. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge. The ball is snapped to Bradley, and Bradley is running down the field. He gets the ball across the 40, down to the 36-yard line. It's a gain of about 8 for the junior quarterback.
Same play that Oak Ridge has really made a killing on all year when everything was going well. Fake it one way, let Bradley go off tackle, and that time they picked up about 6 yards, maybe actually more like 7 yards.
You're listening to this second-round playoff ball game on prepradio.com and Oak Ridge Schools television channel 15, FM 92.7. As the Wildcats have it, second down at about 3. 7:52 to play and counting. Bradley Zulliger, 2nd and 3. Backfield split. Here's Elliott. Elliott Norman to the outside. Elliott Norman's got a first down and more as he rumbles down to the Bradley Central 20-yard line. 1st and 10, Oak Ridge.
Well, I'll tell you what, I thought actually he was going to get tackled, and it ends up I'm looking down the field. He gets another 7 or 8 yards, but that time very determined, very nice running, very hard running by Elliott Norman.
His proud papa right here in front of us here, and people are giving him the pat on the back there as the Wildcats have it at the Bradley 20. Oak Ridge on top, 21-19, 7:30 and counting in the ball game. The Wildcats need points here. Rashad Gray splits to the right, 2 receivers to the left. The Wildcats come from the eye at the Bradley 20. First down, 10 yards to go. The junior quarterback Zulliger under center this time. Kevin Crane, I formation, handoff. Elliott moves the ball to the 16-yard line. It's a gain of about 4.
You know, very effective, David. Oak Ridge right now, they seem to be getting 4 or 5 yards at a time. And you look at, they'll take a field goal here. Oak Ridge does not want a field goal right here.
Down to 6:57 and counting, 21-19. Oak Ridge in the lead. Ethan Wheeler comes into the ball game. It's second down, 7 yards to go. The Wildcats in the lead, 21-19. Here come the Wildcats to the line. Once again, Rashad Gray splits to the right. Ethan Wheeler and Vez Smith to the left. Single coverage on them. Oak Ridge backfield from the shotgun formation. From the 16-yard line of the Bears. Zulliger gets the snap, runs the ball himself. Bradley Zulliger moves the ball down to close to the 10-yard line, which could be another Oak Ridge first down.
Easily a first down, David. Looks like they picked up probably a couple more yards than they. Well, actually, David, it's going to be awfully close. They may have to measure this, David. It's third down and just a short. Actually, I take that back again. It is a first down at the 10-yard line.
We've got 6:20 and counting in the ballgame, 21-19. The Wildcats just ramming it down the throat of the Bradley Bears here at Cleveland, Tennessee, as the Wildcats come to the line once again. Ball is at the 10. Oak Ridge in the lead, 21-19. Zulliger is the quarterback. He's in the shotgun. From the 10-yard line once again, Zulliger, the snap. Rocky Flood to the 3, to the 2-yard line. And the Wildcats just knocking on the door of another touchdown.
Again, David, power football. And obviously the coaching staff, they saw something that they liked and have gone to this power football, just smash it straight down your throat. And the offensive line has dominated a much larger, bigger defensive line and done a great job of it.
The ball is at the 3. It is second down. Goal to go, actually second down and goal to go at the 3. 5:29 to play, 21-19. Power eye right for the Wildcats. Zulliger brings them up from the 3-yard line of the Bears. Up to the line, handoff, Rocky Flood dives, scores! No signal. Rocky's to the 1-yard line. Where it'll be for the Wildcats, third down at the 1-yard line. 5 minutes to play in the ball game here at Bradley Central High School. Oak Ridge in the lead, 21-19. The nose of the ball is right at the goal line. Bradley all the way over to his sideline. You talk to the head coach, Blade.
Quarterback sneak,
why not? As the Wildcats come up, the Oak Ridge fans on their feet. 4 minutes, 48 seconds to play. Power eye right. They got Jeff Card in the backfield. Zulliger under center, and he will sneak it forward. Puts the signal. Touchdown, Oak Ridge! Giving 6 points. Bradley Zulliger scores with 4 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the game. And Oak Ridge ups their lead to 27-19 with 4.5 minutes to play.
And a huge extra point coming up here, David. Right now they're up by 8. If my math is right, they're up by 8. Extra point here. Bradley County is going to have to score twice.
4 minutes, 36 seconds to play. Devin. Keep jumping there in Colorado as Brett Beeler prepares for the extra point. Zulliger to hold. The long snapper is Valadon. And here's the snap, the hold. The kick is on its way. It's up. and it's good. Oak Ridge on top of the Bradley Central Bears, 28-19 with 4:36 to play in the ball game. And we'll take a break. We'll be back with the Wildcat kickoff. That is another thetargettrader.com touchdown, and we'll be back in 30 seconds. Welcome back to Bradley Central High School, Cleveland, Tennessee. Oak Ridge on top of Bradley Central, 28-19. 4:36 to play in the ball game. Brett Beeler to kick off. Here it is. He hits a ton. Hits it into the end zone. That is a touchback. Brett Beeler pumped up, and it'll be 1st and 10, Bradley at the 20.
That's what you needed right there. That ball went easily into the end zone, probably 3 yards deep, and Brett Beeler got all of that one, David. 4 minutes, 36 seconds left to go in this ball game, and Bradley County is down by 9, meaning, of course, they will have to score and then come back and perhaps do the onside kick. But hopefully Oak Ridge defense will keep them out of the end zone.
4 minutes, 36 seconds to play in the ball game. The Wildcats trying to beat Bradley for the 19th consecutive time. Up to the line will come Bradley. 4-man front Oak Ridge, 28-19. The Wildcats in the lead. It's been all Oak Ridge in the second half. Quarterback Copeland back to pass. Fires a pass. It's going to be caught. Boom! Big stick. The Wildcats drop him at the line. Tyrus Henderson, or was it Rian Hall? It was Rian Hall, a big stop. It'll be 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
And the clock keeps going. That's a big thing. Each team has got 3 timeouts left.
The Wildcats in the lead, 28-19. The Wildcats dig in on defense. Bradley Central from the shotgun, 28-19. Do the Wildcats have another date with Riverdale facing them? It's been since 2005 since the Wildcats played them. They're 4 minutes away. Here's a pass complete by the Bears up to the 30. That should be a 1st down. Tyrus Henderson makes the stop at the 30. 3 minutes, 53 seconds to play, and Bradley is down 9, 28-19. Lyndon Johnson was president the last time the Bradley Bears defeated the Wildcats. In 3 minutes and 53 seconds, the Wildcats might have their 19th consecutive win over Bradley. 2 receivers to the right. Shotgun once again for Copeland. The ball's at the 31-yard line. 2 receivers to the left. Back to pass. Screen pass. Caught. Number 6 makes a move and is tackled. Zach Hughes at the 37-yard line. They can dink us up the field from now on.
Absolutely. They can do this. You know, it was scary when they had the lead. Now that we have the lead and up by 2 scores, they can do that all day long. But eventually they're going to have to go down the field to get a big one.
3 minutes, 22 seconds and counting. 2nd down, 3 yards to go. Copeland, the sophomore quarterback, little quick pass once again to number 6. Alex Ingham makes the stop at around the 40. 28-19, Oak Ridge on top. The Wildcats have scored on every possession here in the second half. 3 touchdowns, no field goals, all touchdowns. And the Wildcats have built up a 28-19 lead, but Bradley has a 1st down at the Bear 41-yard line. 3:10 to play in the game. Wildcat defense calling for the crowd. Some great defensive stops for the Wildcats, holding Bradley to a field goal the last time. The Oak Ridge fans come to their feet once again. 1st down, 10. Bears, handoff, running back. He's blasted, but gets good yardage. I tell you, I thought he was going to get about a 6-yard gain. Ended up being about 9, close to a 1st down. We're under 3 minutes and counting. Bradley down 28-19 to the Wildcats here at Cleveland, Tennessee, home of the Bradley Bears. As the chains is going to be tackled. This tackle was made at the 49-yard line, and they're going to say it is short of the 1st down, which the clock needs to start winding, and it does. 2:50 to play. Oak Ridge on top, 28-19. The winner plays probably Riverdale next week in the 3rd round. In the final 8 in the state, Copeland the pass. Pressured, in trouble. Breaks away, avoids a sack. Boom! Head-to-head crash between Elliott Norman and the quarterback, but he's got a 1st down at the 42-yard line. We're down to 2.5 minutes to play in the game. 28-19, Bradley moving the ball down the floor. Nobody's left here at Bradley.
No, there's no way you can leave this ball game.
Here come the Bears once again. The clock will start when the ball is spotted, and it is right now. 2:33 to play. Copeland from the shotgun. 1st down, 10 at the Oak Ridge 42-yard line. Copeland the pass, caught. and is tackled by the Wildcats. Is that Mr. 63, Jeff Card, tackles him at the 42.
Hey, well, he made a mistake there. He could have easily gotten out of bounds. He tried to pick up a couple extra yards and only maybe got one, but he gets out of bounds. It's a lot more valuable than picking up that one extra yard. And actually, Bradley now will call a timeout with 2 minutes, 16 seconds left to go in this ball game.
Bradley's got his 2nd and 8 at the Oak Ridge 40. Copeland the pass. Fires it. Across the way. Pass cut. Number 5. First down and more. Gets up and runs to the 20. And then is driven out of bounds by Alex Ingham with 2 minutes to play. So much time left in this ball game, and Bradley's offense is so scary.
It is good. And I tell you, Houston did a great job. Number one, he made a great catch, and the ball was kind of high, and he went up and got it. And then he comes all the way across the field to get out of bounds. Very nice job by that young man.
The ball is at the 15-yard line. 2 minutes to play. 1st and 10, Bradley. 28-19, Oak Ridge in the lead. Got to get some defense right here. Got to keep them in bounds. Copeland at quarterback from the 15-yard line. Shotgun once again. The Wildcats showing blitz. Here they come. Pass in the end zone. Touchdown, Bradley. Out-jumped Rian Hall. And just like that, with 1:57 to play, Bradley marches down the field. And that was just like basketball. Jump ball, and the 6'3 guy pulled it down.
He's going to win it. Nice throw just into the corner of the end zone. And again, puts Oak Ridge still up by 3. Extra point will make it 2. And David, 2 minutes left to go in the game. Do you onside kick it? So I
Yes.
don't know. It's a little early to onside kick it if you ask me.
They're going to go for the extra point here. 28-25 to score. The snap, the hold, the kick is up. It is up, and it is good. 1:57 to play. Bradley makes it look easy. They march down the field against the Wildcats, and we got a 2-point game once again. I think you've got to, because the way the Wildcats have been marching down the field, Bradley's not going to get the ball back.
That's probably true, and I'm sure that's probably what they're thinking. Oak Ridge, I know, is putting their hands unit in. All the guys with good hands, put them up front in case there is an onside kick. Most exciting play in football?
Yeah,
onside
I'd say
kick.
so. As we're not going to take a break here. 1:57 to play. Down the cases here, 28-26. Oak Ridge on top of Bradley, trying to hold on to win for the 19th consecutive time and give Oak Ridge their 8th win of the year and head them to the final 8 in the state against most likely the Riverdale Warriors. The good hands guys are on the line. Rian Hall, Tyrus Henderson, Elliot Norman, Brady Hull, Joe Cobb. The back line, Cameron Gregg, Ethan Wheeler, Rashad Gray, Alex Ingham, Vez Smith. Here's the onside kick. It's going to be fielded by Oak Ridge. Up the field, the Wildcats have got it at the 45-yard line. We're right to him.
That was the worst onside kick in the history of high school football.
And
it kicks him right to Rian Hall, and it was a bullet.
1:55 to play in the game now. The Wildcats have just got to get a couple first downs. Bradley has 2 timeouts remaining, 28-26. The Wildcats have the ball at the Bradley 45-yard line, 1:55 to play in the game. Wildcats.
1 first down may do it.
May do it. As the Wildcats, Zulliger comes up from the shotgun. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Zulliger facing, looks like about 6 or 7 on the line. Zulliger runs it and moves the ball for a gain of about 2, and Bradley quickly will call a timeout. 4 seconds off the clock. 1:51 to play. 1:51 to play. 2nd down, 7 yards to go. The Bear fans come to their feet here. Bradley Zulliger, shotgun, 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Backfield split. Zulliger at quarterback, low snap, runs it, and gets to the 40. And it's going to be 3rd down and about 5 yards to go. No, I guess there is a signal. It is the final timeout called by the Bradley Bears. 28-26, and here come the Cardinal and Gray. Back out on the field here at Bradley, and fans on both sides on their feet. What an exciting game here at Bradley Central High School. The Wildcats will come from the straight eye. The only person not on the field right now is their quarterback, Zulliger. He gives the play to Rocky. Rocky gives it to Elliott. Ball's at the 40. 3rd down, 5 yards to go. Everyone's in the box. The pitch goes to Rocky. Rocky moves the ball for only 2. Stays in bounds. 1:37 to play. It's going to be 4th down and about 3, and not a whole lot of running. They went to the short side of the field. It's 4th down and 4. 125 and counting. Bradley cannot stop it again as the ball ticks down once again. As Riverdale's on top of Saudi, 49-7. So one of these two teams is playing Riverdale next week.
Who's going to win that ball game?
As we're down to a minute 8, and I know Coach Blade knows exactly how much time. He talks to the official, and the Bradley Bear fans are making noise. We're under a minute to play, and now a timeout is asked for by Oak Ridge. The last time they tried to punt, the long snapper is Jake McLaughlin. The snap was high, and Drew Stokes made a great effort on it. Can't allow a big return here, obviously. Big pressure on the sophomore punter. Do you fake it? They've done that a couple times this year. Zulliger is the up back. Stokes is the punter. They're going to punt it. Kicks away. High, spiraling kick. Fair catch is signaled for, and it goes into the end zone. They've got 80 yards to drive in 49.5 seconds and no timeouts.
No timeouts. Well, they've done a good job of working the sidelines, and obviously that's going to come into play now. Now it's just that big play. You keep everything in front of you like they did in the first half. They didn't give up the big play. You got to keep everything in front of you. What an exciting ball game.
28-26 Oak Ridge by 2, but Bradley can win it with a field goal. They can win it with a touchdown. 1st and 10, ball at the 20. Like the PA guy just said, here we go Bear fans, and here we go Wildcat fans. Everyone's on their feet here, Bradley Central High School. 49 seconds to play, 1st and 10, Bradley Bears. They have 80 yards to drive at under a minute, no timeouts as we mentioned. Quarterback will come from the shotgun. They've got 3 receivers drifting off to the right, 2 to the left. Copeland is the quarterback. He has the snap. Here comes the pass, caught, and up the field. You got to make tackles. And they do finally push him out at the 35. It's a gain of 15, 40 seconds to play, so 9 seconds off the clock. Playing soft once again, and another arm tackle broken. Scary.
Yeah, well, they get him where he catches it, David. Number one, he doesn't gain all those yards, but the clock. Right now, the clock is the main concern, and they could have done a good job and maybe had to run up and spike the ball.
40 seconds to play now. 28-26 Oak Ridge. Bradley, 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line. Hawkins need a big play, needs some pressure. Copeland fires a pass, caught, they lateral it, and he fumbles it.
I don't think he ever caught the ball. I think that was an incomplete pass. He never, the original receiver never had the ball.
Hey, that's good news. 33.6 seconds to play. 2nd and 10. It was kind of nerve-wracking there for a second when the ball was rolling around there as the ball is at the 35-yard line. 33.6. Now they're going to talk it over. Tyrus is waving 1st down to us, and maybe we recovered it. I don't know.
Well, so it's either, incomplete pass or it's our ball.
Well, you got me. So not watching the who recovered it, I don't know who recovered it, actually. I know Coach Blade is not too happy that this conversation, we got ripped last week in a call on a pass interference call. Incomplete pass. Incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. 33 seconds to play.
With the Oak Ridge fans are booing, David, so evidently that Oak Ridge did recover that. Should have been a fumble.
Dobbins-Ben has taken a lead over Bearden, 35-28. 33 seconds here. 2nd down, 10. Ball is at the 35-yard line. Shotgun. Quarterback, pass, complete. Up the field. Got to make a stop. They do.
Inbounds. He's
inbounds.
See, he's got to get out of bounds.
And he doesn't have a first down.
He's got all day long to get out of bounds. That's not smart right there.
20 seconds. 19 seconds. It is 3rd down and 2. 15 seconds. 14 seconds. 12 seconds. And he spikes it with 9.8 seconds in the game. He didn't get out of bounds. It's 4th down and a yard to play. 9.8 seconds. Bradley's got the ball at their own 44.
That's dumb football, David. Again, we talk about the clock. He is 2 yards, a yard from the sideline. All he's got to do is pop out. He gains about 6 yards, but he's trying to get more yards, making a big play. And again, Oak Ridge did a good job of stopping him. 9 seconds left. Obviously, it's 4th and 1, so this incomplete pass, ball game.
Maybe the final play of the game. The PA guy said it. 9.8 seconds. They need a first down. It's 4th down in the yard. Copeland to pass. Fires the pass complete.
That's a forward pass.
And
he can't
running,
throw it again.
And he's going to throw the ball back to the quarterback.
He can't
He's
throw it
about
again.
to be blasted.
He can't
throws
throw
the ball
it
down
again.
the field. Incomplete. Oak Ridge wins. Oak Ridge wins. It's pandemonium at Bradley Central High School. Oak Ridge has beaten the Bradley Central Bears 28-26. Pandemonium reigns at Bradley Central High School. Bradley's season 9-2, 9-3. It's over. The Wildcats have won 28-26. Tears flowing down the Bears' face as the Wildcats win it 28-26. Congratulations, the Wildcats are in the final 8 in the state, and they'll take on the Riverdale Warriors next week.
I don't know if you can hear me or not, but obviously a very jubilant Oak Ridge football team and Will O'Farrell. What a ball game.
Quite a ball game, man. It was very close towards the end. It was tough.
You know, they were scary. They had a lot of athletes all over the place. The defense, you bent, but you never did give up that big play.
Yes, sir. We just did our job in the second half, and we just got it done.
It was a lot of fun. Offense, they're in the second half, just dominated. They're bigger. I don't know about stronger or faster, but they were certainly a lot bigger, but the offense did a great job.
Yes, sir, they did.
Congratulations again. Look forward to seeing you guys play next week.
Thank you. Look forward to see you, too.
What do you think, Jeff? Now, I know I saw you last weekend. You said, this is the most exciting game I've played in. Something tells me this may take the cake over that one.
This one's one notch up. This is by far the most exciting game I've ever played in.
What a ball game. I know these guys are scary. Got a lot of talent on offense, a lot of playmakers. The defense bent all night long. It just never gave up the big play.
We've played like that all year, really. It's just they were getting a little closer than they have all year. And the defense, I think we really played great. Other than what the points on the board are, I think we played good. They just had a bunch of big plays.
You held them to 3 points. Is that right? You had 3 points in the second half. What a great victory for this team.
Yeah, that really is a great victory. It's been forever since we went too deep in the playoffs. So.
5 years.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations. And I got you, Tyrus. Come here, Tyrus. I got Tyrus over here. Tyrus, again, I think what a ball game. I know last week was exciting. This week I think it takes it to a whole nother notch, doesn't it?
Yes, sir. I'm glad the corners came back out to play because last week we kind of slacked off. I'm glad we picked it up this game.
Well, you did pick it up. One of the things, the first half, I know you guys were conscious of getting beat deep. You let them have a lot up front, but you never let anything behind you. I thought it was a great job by the defense.
Yes, sir. The coaches told us all week to keep everything in front of us and we'd win the game. So that's what we did. We ended up winning.
It was fun. I know you got to play a little offense. The offense just, I don't know what happened to the offense in the second half. It just seemed to click. Power football.
Yes, sir. After halftime, we noticed our offense wasn't playing good. So after half, we came out and gave it our all, ended up winning.
Hey, congratulations, Bradley Zulliger. Thank you very much, Tyrus. Bradley, what a ball game. I know, to me, the offense looked good at times in the first half. Second half, power football, you ran it right down their throat.
Yeah, the first half we started off a little slow on offense, and their defense was out there for like 52 plays, and we only had like 20. And we just stepped up in the second half. Coach talked to us, and we made some adjustments in the locker room and just ran it down their throat in the second half.
And it certainly worked to a T. I know the offensive line just absolutely took it to a bigger, stronger defensive line in the second half.
Yeah, the offensive line, Kevin Crane and Bryce Wesh and Chris Ramsey and Jose Valadon did a terrific job of blocking them.
Obviously, biggest victory that you guys have had in a long, long time. A lot of people doubted you coming down here playing the number 1 seed. Huge upset in this quadrant.
Yeah, nobody thought we were going to win except for us, and it's awesome.
It was a great job, Bradley. Nice talking to you. Rocky, a little tough going there tonight, but you made some big plays when we needed to.
I did. I had to. Coach Blade said you had a little sluggish first half. He said, well, the second half, you got 24 minutes left to play. How are you going to respond? And I had to respond in a way that made this team want to win this game.
What in the world did you guys do to the offensive line at halftime that made them come out and just completely dominate the second half?
I didn't do anything. Coach Blake said, if you want it bad enough, go get it. And I guess they wanted it.
They did. I tell you what, they did a great job, and what a fun game, big game. And we got next week another big game, but going to Riverdale, longtime rival of the Oak Ridge Wildcats.
I'm new here, but I still picked up that rivalry, and I'm excited to go there.
Rocky, nice job once again.